Greetings of the hour to all present here, watching us or listening to us. I'm Karanjot Kaur and I welcome you all to Celebrating Self, our talk show. Today's episode is going to be quite vibrant and sassy because we have Tripti Pathak with us as our guest for today. Don't go by her age. She is a proud owner of many hats. An ex RJ at Radio Mirchi, a content creator, a copywriter, actor, host, and an aspiring podcaster. Her exploration spree of new avenues struck me, and I knew that she is a young inspiration, and definitely she has to be in our show. She is here to motivate us all. So, welcome, Tripti. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation and gracing us with your presence.
Thank you so much. That was very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. Such a lovely introduction.
Thank you so much. You are seriously so humble of you that you just came up and you were like, of course, I am ready. Although you have such a busy schedule, still you took out time. So thank you, really.
Yeah, I actually love, I keep trying new and new things like my introduction, as you said. So, yeah, so this was something new and I could I can always make out time for something like this. So, yeah,
That's
I'm super
awesome.
excited.
That's awesome. See, you're doing so much. Like at such a young age, you have so many designations with you. So, how has been your journey? Please share your story with us.
Okay, so yeah, because I'm wired like that, I think. I always want to keep trying new and new things, and um, there's this, I have that curiosity wala thing in me, and I'm like, how does this thing happen? How does this thing happen? I want to keep trying and never feel obsolete. Oh, okay. So after completing my 5 years in radio, I thought, what next? Will I always be doing this? I mean, 5 years of content, 5 years of talking to people. Yes, it feels so great, so awesome. You can always talk to anybody you want. People come to you, they talk to you, they share their things. But what next? Where will it lead to? So that curiosity, that being obsolete, I kind of moved on from it, and I accepted a new, like I said, hat. So okay, so like I said, I'm wired like that. I have got no chill at all. I want ye kaise hota hai, wo kaise hota hai. I really want to try everything. So my father, so in fact, when you grow up, you think of, what are you going to do when you grow up, and so all those years I've been thinking that, okay, this can be a very nice career for me. My father wanted me to become a lawyer because he is a lawyer, and he thought, yeah, अच्छा ये बहुत चपर चपर बोलती है, तो not just not that कि law में and advocacy में people talk a lot, but I can put my thoughts, put my views across. So Papa thought ki, yeah, she can have a very, very nice career as a lawyer. I wanted to become a doctor. And then as I was growing up, I thought, no, maybe I want to become Miss Universe. And then there was a time when I wanted to join army. So it kept changing. And then all of a sudden, one day, I don't know what happened. I just wanted to become a pakka journalist, like hardcore journalist with a jhola and everything, khadi ka kapda. That's what I wanted to become. That's where this whole journalism and media angle came in to the picture. So that's how my journey started as a journalist. But as soon as I finished my graduation, I moved to Delhi, and I wanted a very, very, like peaceful life. And I was like, no, okay, hardcore journalism will not get me that peaceful life. So I'll have to do some kind of a desk job to achieve that. So I moved to Delhi, and I joined a news agency as a copywriter. Um, while I was working there as a copywriter, I got an opportunity to, you know, uh, become a newscaster because they were launching their new news channel. So I was like, okay, let's try it. What's the harm? And I auditioned for it. I got selected. I was their first newscaster, bulletin caster. And I really liked that job, but it was very hectic, very stressful. And I tend to like steer away from stress. And like I said, I want a peaceful life. So I thought, no, no, I'm not, maybe I'm not cut out for that. Then I became a production panel producer. Um, that news channel. If I can name them, like,
Yeah, of
is
course,
that
no
okay?
problem.
Yeah, APN. They had just launched, and I was like, okay, but I'd rather be a panel producer than become a newscaster, because it was very hectic. I used to go to office at around 4:30, get my makeup done. 6:30 was my
Morning.
first. Yeah, that
Oh,
early. So 6:30 was my first. News my first it wasn't even news, it was a wheel. So 6:30 was my first, and then 7:30 until 10:30, back to back, I was doing wheels and newscasting. And around 10:30, I used to get a small break for breakfast. And after that, I I yeah, I used to sleep in the changing room. There was this very small desk where I used to just go and take a quick nap, and then then I used to like freshen up, get my makeup done again, and then again come to the set and start doing the wheels and ye fatafat, wo fatafat, and then work on because if you are a newscaster, you have to work as a producer to get a better grasp of everything. So then I used to write news, reports and everything, and then I used to voice over it. And then the last bulletin that used to go on air was at 11:30, which was a wrap up, and I used to do that. And then 11:30, 12:30, it used to get completed. I wash my face, I used to, and get ready to go back home. And by the time I used to reach home, it was around 1:30, and then again 4:30, back to office. And the only relaxing time that I used to get during these hours was the time when I used to take the nap on that small desk. Uh,
oh.
3 बन जाती थी and उस पर सो जाते थे सब. Yeah. Anyway, so that was very hectic. That's when I decided to come back to Lucknow. I was like, no, I can't do this. This is not what I want in my life. I'm okay with struggling, but this is like taking a toll on my health, on my mental health. And I was very, very well aware. Because, okay, if you want peace in your life, you are sure that, you're aware of your mental health. So I was from the very beginning. And then I came back to Lucknow. I applied um, eh, in ETV, and I got auditioned and I got selected again. So I started as host, program host, anchor. I used to host too many shows. I think ETV ki history mein I was the only anchor who did like back to back 10 shows, recordings. Uh, and then after that, I got an opportunity to assist my directors. Then I became an assistant director. That's where I came to know about the vacancy in Radio Mirchi, and I was like, okay, let's try. And I was not sure that Mirchi can happen, but I was like, let's try. What will happen? Will not get selected. mm, I had this job ETV per, so I wasn't much fussed about it. So I applied. They liked my resume. I like it was a 3 months long process in which I was like giving interviews, auditions, and everything. I used to go to Kanpur to give interviews. I used to go to Delhi to give interviews. And Yeah, suddenly one day I got a call. Ki, okay, you'll have to come for the final interview in Delhi at Delhi office. I said okay. Um, I went there, and only 5 people were selected for the final interview, and all these people who were sitting across me were had experience of like 4 months. The candidate who has the minimum experience of radio was with a 4 months experience in as an intern, as an OB job. And I was like, oh, मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता यहाँ पर, no, 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 this won't happen. And I was like, okay, ठीक है, अब जब नहीं होगा, I know that it is not going to happen, I'll just go and like chill and for the just for the experience sake. And I was like, okay, ठीक है. And I was on fire that day. I was like, ठीक है, I'm just experiencing, कोई डर नहीं है. I mean, what can happen? I was mentally prepared for the worst. So I was like, okay, okay, let's go. And Sitting across me was the programming head, regional programming head, and then the programming head and the head HR. And I was like, okay, these are my pals, these are my friends. I'm talking to my friends, and I was very chill. So that went well. And they thought like, okay, she's good, and I got selected like on spot. So that was a very like nice experience and very memorable experience for me. Anyway, so yeah, that's how my Mirchi experience began. And while working at Mirchi for like 5 years, I was because there was no show, there was no show band available for me in the initial 6 7 months. So I worked as a copywriter initially, and then moved on to become a show host for an afternoon show in Kanpur, because I was selected for the Kanpur um, branch. And then I got transferred to Lucknow. There also I did the afternoon show for like for over an year, and then I matured to become uh, an evening jog. And then Mirchi decided to launch their overseas channel, which is in Doha. And they selected me, the core member, the five member team, which was selected for the Doha launch. I was one of them. And that was like, I don't know if you can, assess it like I'm saying, but it was a big deal. Out of 250, 300 odd jocks nationally, I was one of the three jocks that was selected for the thing. So it was a great experience, and accomplishment sort of thing. And I've won many awards also, like internal awards, which are called Rammies. So yeah, so that was great. And then for I was working for Doha, and that's when this whole pandemic thing happened, and we were all working at home. And in fact, Doha wala show bhi I was doing from home only. And that's when like it dawned on me. It's been 5 years. I've been talking to people. Okay, now it's getting mundane, it's getting monotonous, and all I speak about is, this is happening, that is happening, my style isn't changing. And I started feeling very mm, what am I doing? So
You
that's when
actually started getting bored, huh? You were like, you wanted to
not bored.
change.
It was always exciting because every day something new is happening. You're talking about something new. My style, of course, was the same because that's my persona. But I was talking about something new every day. But I won't say I started getting bored, but wait, curiosity. I wanted to try something else. And because I was always told, in fact, in system, Mirchi system also, there were people who used to tell me that, oh, you write so well, you write all these awards that I won is because of my writing. So I was like, okay, yeah, I write well. Maybe let's try something else. Then that's when I got to know about this opportunity at GeoSavan. And I was like, okay, this is great. And I applied for associate copywriter, but I got like a bigger role, better opportunity as manager copy and content. And it was also, again, a very long interview and screening process they had. But yeah, I got selected again. So it's like I've kind of manifested my life. It's a peaceful life. I love it. I enjoy and cherish every moment of it. And whatever I want to do, whatever I put my heart into, I get it. So I've been lucky. I've been blessed that ways. But yeah, I've had my share of struggles and ups and downs. Also, while working at Radio Mirchi, because digital was our KRA, one of our KRAs. So we had to create content. And while I was working on digital content, I started getting collab opportunities. I started getting opportunities where I could, act in music videos. I could act in short films. I started getting these offers. And that's how I got my first theater play, because of my stint at Mirchi. So that's when that's when it occurred to me, yeah, I actually like acting. So my content creation journey started from there. And I because it was, of course, one of the KRAs. It was a job, and not something fun to do like other people do, like influencers and content creators on Instagram they do. But I kind of enjoy it. uh, and I enjoyed acting. I enjoyed going on stage. I did two plays. I have done one feature film. I've done plenty the music videos and short films. And yeah, this has been my journey. I always keep trying something new. Abibi, I want to do podcasts. uh, I want to do vlogs. I want to start my new YouTube channel. And I am I mean I'm going to open it like very soon. And I want to start my podcast very very soon. I'm working on my ideas, and everything is in place. Just that one push, and I'll just do it. So yeah, all these hats because I wanted to try something new every time.
Wow, that's truly wonderful. I mean, you always wanted to have something new. You wanted to nourish your creativity, that I would say, right?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
your curiosity is what always led you, right?
Exactly. I
Having
guess.
done all of that because of your curiosity, because of your passion. See, passion is something that is, we need to inculcate, we need to recognize and work on it, so that, and that is the moment when you feel like, yes, you feel rewarded for doing whatever you have already loved doing in your heart, right?
Yeah.
But tell me one thing, you are a woman. Okay. And being a woman, every female has a different aspect towards everything. It's like perspectives of each being. Now,
Yeah.
how do you value yourself as a woman?
By valuing myself as a human. Like we talk about equality, right? And what equality is the fact that we're all equals, men, women. So I value myself as a human because we women are like human. We are not treated as humans, of course, equal humans,
Right.
but yes, by valuing myself as a human, I value myself as a woman. And okay, so we come from a very humble background. Very, like, my father comes from a very small village. uh, we my father and my mother, they struggled a lot. I mean, that's a story for a different time. But yes, um, we had a big family. I have like four, we are four siblings, and Papa was the only earning person. Mom used to manage the house so well. I can't even, begin to express it in words. So yeah, they had to sacrifice a lot of things to, give us what we wanted, give us what they could never have, good education, whatever they could do. I mean, they have done. Uh, so four children, two sisters, two girls, two sons. So we were educated, but I had a different, I always wanted to, but out of all like four siblings, I was a different person. I wanted to try something different. I wanted to become that Hindi medium, English medium wala wo ki, no, I want to study. My sister has studied in a Hindi medium school, and I wanted to try something different, and I was like, no, 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 I will you know go to a better school. But they did not have the means. They did not. They couldn't afford a good education, like a English medium education in a private school. So I was like, okay, my two brothers, they got English medium education because by then he was doing well. He could afford their education, English medium education. But I told myself that, okay, if they couldn't afford my, if he wanted to try, he did everything he could. But it's now up to me what I want to do in my life. So I started, mm, you know, uh, s- I started reading books. I started teaching myself. So that's where my inclination for English started. And yeah, and I decided to do my post my graduation, because my sister was a normal BA, plain BA, and nobody had ever done a professional course in my like pura khandan. So I was like, "Nee, I want to have a career. I just don't want to be another girl who just gets married and just um, does chulha chauka and everything." I don't say that it's a bad thing. Of course, if that's what you want to do, you should do. I mean, if you want to be a homemaker, just go ahead and like be my guest, just do it. And if not, if you want to like seek better opportunities, if you want to do something better, do it. And that's what I wanted for myself. And I was like, no, I want to do media. Papa said, but we can't afford it. I was like, okay, take care. I'll do tuitions. Um, I'll share the burden. So he said, okay, if you can do it. uh, I know that from second semester onwards, I paid for my graduation. I did not take a single penny from my father. Then when it came to doing my masters was even like expensive. So I was like, Papa, I want to do my masters. Papa ne kaha, nobody has ever done a master's course in my whole family. But I think I started a trend, and it's when I wanted to do my master's degree. My sister got inspired, who was like elder to me, and she was like, "नहीं, मुझे भी करना है." मैंने कहा, okay, it's okay. I'm starting a trend. It's okay. So yeah, masters maybe still um, they couldn't afford it. So I was like, okay, theek hai, I want to do a simple course. Just there is not much money involved, and the fees is like not this much, and I can do it on my own. You don't have to worry about it. You just have to agree because approval. I can't do anything without my father's will. So he said, okay, if you can handle it, if you can manage it, go on, do it. I'm not going to help you. I said, okay. So I did my master's, and after doing after completing my masters, I got this opportunity in Delhi, because I was already applying for jobs and everything. So I got this opportunity. I moved to Delhi. I loaned some money from my father to, just because starting initial 1.5 months were like internship period and a training period, and that's if they like my job, they'll confirm me. That was the clause. And I was like, okay. And I had like full faith in me. I was like, if I'm going there, I'll just put in my 100%, and I know I'll be selected. And I loaned money from my father. I started my training after like 45 days or so. I got confirmed, and then I started paying back. Not that he wanted, but I wanted to, because I am this like, no, I want to do this. And I wanted to an independent life. I wanted to, do something for myself and my family, because I can not overlook the fact that he couldn't he couldn't afford everything that he has done for all of us, my father. So I'm ever so grateful for that. So yeah, then I started earning. I wasn't earning good. Like I was in Delhi and I was only getting 10,000. I wasn't earning well, but I was still managing somehow. And then I decided, like after 2 years, I decided, no, this isn't working. This is not good for my mental health and for my physical health as well, and emotional. So I came back, and I was like for a month or so, I had no job. And I was like, I can like go back home. Khane ka hai, rehne ka hai. What's the worry? But like in that 1 month when I had no job, that's when I realized that no, I am not the person who can just sit back and relax and do nothing and watch TV and cook and eat. I want to do something. I want to keep working. I want a job to, keep my mm, sanity intact. So then I was applying to different jobs and different openings and everything. That's when ETV happened. So I was the first first woman in my family, in my clan, in fact, who got a job, who did her masters. So I started a trend, and from the I so I was the second daughter to my father, and I wasn't welcomed because he
Right.
comes from a rural background. Yeah, he comes from a rural background, and my grand mother was like, "अरे फिर से लड़की हो गई, कितनी लड़कियां, इतनी नहीं ये वो." And in fact, initial few days, Papa did not even touch me, and it was only my mother who she used to um, जो भी आस पड़ोस में ब्लाउजेस अगर सिलने हैं या छोटी मोटी तुरपाई वगैरह करना है, she used to do that and buy me Parle-G biscuits. And mom used to tell me कि, these are the things that she did for me, and I could never get a chance to repay her. But you can never repay your parents. But I have no excuse me. Still, I mean, my mommy used to tell me that when you started studying, and I was a topper, like from I was not a good student. I used to mug up things. I used to the वो एक रात पहले वाला पूरा mugging up. I don't remember a thing. मुझे जो भी स्कूल में पढ़ाया गया, I don't remember a thing. But yeah, I used to just mug up, go and give my exams, and I used to do well. And when Papa used to go to parents teacher meetings and hear good things about me, maybe that's when it all changed, and he started seeing me as um, not just I would. That is the thing. You have to become a son to be worthy of all the, I don't know, the
Yeah,
treatment you deserve.
this is what where our Indian society lacks. We
Yeah.
actually, um what I feel is that we females, we are wired like, you have to do this, you have to do that, you're supposed to do this, you're not
Yeah.
supposed to do that. We have all the rules, we have all the like bondages for us. What about, like, aren't we humans? Aren't we,
Exactly.
don't we have some wishes, some dreams? This is the reason why I asked you, how do you value yourself as a woman? Because society is, I don't blame the society. I am nobody to blame anyone. That is the reason I wish that every woman should value her own self. Because the moment you start celebrating your own self, the moment you
Exactly.
acknowledge your own value, you will feel that everybody is valuing you. Just the way you started doing, I have to do this. How can I just sit idle? See,
Yeah.
this is what you did. You valued yourself. You knew, nahi, yaar, I have to do. And you started working on that. Of course, you had your share of struggles, you had your share of hardships, but those hardships are the ones that have made you today the famous
What I
RJ
am.
Tripti. Like, it is like, yes, you are an influencer. And of course, your life is really inspiring. Truly, hats off to
Thank
you.
you. Thank
And
you.
keep on, like, nourishing your relationship with yourself, because nobody else is going to do that for you. Only you have to do that.
And that's how my relationship with my father changed, because I started valuing myself. And
Right.
if you value yourself, you don't see faults in others. You put yourself in their shoes and you understand their perspective, their point of view. So that's what I did. I think I accepted myself. I started valuing myself. And that's how I, see everybody around me
This is truly
with kindness.
the best line that you said, that the moment you start valuing yourself, you forget to judge anybody, you move out of that judgment zone, be it your own self, be it anybody else. Now tell me one thing, that from all these many, like, places, the different areas, the different problems in your life, you must have had some moments of nervousness where you would have felt ki, yaar main kar paungi, or sometimes it would have been ki, I have to do this, but like, there would have been some anxiety issues. How did you handle that, or do you have any sort of a formula to just overcome all of that?
So I always say this every time a person asks, okay, are you stressed? So I'm always stressed. I'm always stressed. I'm always anxious. I feel like I'm the Hulk of stress and anxiety, because, like he says, that I'm always angry. So I always feel that I'm always stressed. Yeah, for one or the other issue. Okay, so my idea is, like, you switch off your phone and switch on to reset it and fix any problem it is facing. That's what I do. I take a nap every time I feel like I'm stressed, I am not able to think straight. I should just lie down to take a nap, and I'll reset my body, I'll reset my brain, switch off, sleep,
Wow.
switch on, and you'll come up with the. And okay, I won't lie that I'm a very, this uh, very woke person, and I am like, okay, theek hai, ye to hota rehta hai. I accept that things happen, and I believe in the fund of everything happens for a reason, uh, which occur to me only after, going through things, going through experiences. And that's when I got to know, okay, everything happens for a reason. And most of the times those reasons are good for you, good for your career, good for your growth. And uh, that's my first like resort. Ki agar I'm stressed or anxious, I'll just go to sleep, take a nap, and I'll wake up and do. I My digital name is Tripti. So I think the obsession, the addiction for tea started with my like this only because I'm always stressed. I don't smoke, I don't drink. So tea is the only thing that is like my addiction, and I'm like, okay, I'm stressed. What should I do? I should drink tea. So every time I drink a lot of tea, I like drink almost like I don't think 7 to 8 cups of tea in a day.
Hey, that
There
is
was a
also
time
not
when
healthy, huh?
I know, it isn't. But that's why I take a nap because then it'll keep me away from drinking tea
Right.
and cups and loads of tea. So yeah, but of course, वो initial जो talking to yourself, introspecting, and giving logics and reasons to your brain, वो uh, थोड़ी देर में अपने आप ही it comes to me, it naturally it comes to me. So yes, I get stressed, I get very very anxious, and I'm a very difficult person, and I'm a very weird person when I'm stressed. I'm not like this nice kind person when I'm stressed. I get like very snappy. I have mood swings. I get very mean, and I would like just shut. Like I would go into this shell sort of thing to avoid talking to people. But yeah, I talk to myself and I get over it. I
That is
accept things.
beautiful. Beautiful. Literally, like nowadays we are having the trend, like we're listening a lot about self-love, self-care, right? But the reason is that we are actually facing it. Like this pandemic period, this was exactly the, I would say, the perfect time for introspection,
Need
right?
of the hour. Yes,
It
exactly.
was a need of the hour. It also like because people had nothing to do, so they had to spend time with themselves, and it was a boon. Like literally,
Yes,
it was
exactly.
a boon in disguise, I would say. People got to know about themselves, and most of the people, they found out their passion, they recognize what they love. And this is
And that is the
what.
reason we have so many influences these days.
Aha. See, but still, even if we have many influencers these days, still there are people who are feeling motivated through them. They may not be in lakhs, but even if there is a single person who is benefiting from their inspiration, from their motivation, I think their work as an influencer is something, I would say, divine. Because
Yeah, yeah, true.
everybody feels stress, everybody feels like demotivated, and there has to be some moments, sometimes unknown moments, unknown messages, which might enhance your own capacity, right? Having talked
True.
about this self talk, what we have now, coming on to our shell of women, we are not kind with ourselves. We tend to talk about everybody else, take care of everyone, help everyone. But when it comes to ourselves, we keep ourselves at the back. We think that, is it needed? It's okay, it's fine. Like if I talk about my mother, she's like, you are doing, I'm happy. I don't have any other wishes. And this is the, I would say, dialogue of most of the mothers, right?
Yes.
What do you think about self-compassion? How are we supposed to treat ourselves to grow kinder to our own selves? Any, do you have any like any relation with your own life related to self compassion?
Yeah, of course I have. Okay, so my this whole journey is about self compassion and knowing your worth. And okay, like you said, why are we talking like this? Why are we talking about these issues? Why are we thinking about ourselves? And our mothers did not. They couldn't think about anything. Everybody. They were thinking about everybody, anybody around them, but themselves. Is because self-aware, in fact exposure is the thing, because we are exposed to these things. We know, there are still women who don't know anything at all about feminism, and they are taking care of their family without thinking about their own problems, their own worries. They are dedicating their life. They are totally, completely, 100% devoted to their husbands, their families, pehle father, mother, brothers, and then when they get married, they think about their in-laws, their husband, and then their children, and then unke children. So that, they're, because they're not exposed to this world, they don't know these things. They are not aware of their surroundings. They are not self-aware, but we are. This actually is like, I call ourselves like privileged
Right.
in that sense. So self compassion, okay, compassion in itself is a very, it means tenderness, gentleness, and kindness. But I've read this somewhere and it made so much sense to me, that we have to, when it comes to women, when it comes to women for herself, like, they have to be fiercely compassionate. So these are like a paradox, like fierce and compassion, they don't go together. But when it comes to thinking about yourself as a woman, you have to be fiercely self compassionate, because you know okay, I know. Oh no, like domestic violence is an example. Okay, they go through these audios, they go through so many things, and still they don't talk about it. Maybe they think about it themselves. They think about, maybe dawa kha lete hain, ye kar lete hain, but I won't talk about this to anyone. You're showing kindness to yourself. You are being compassionate to yourself, but वो fierceness नहीं है. You will have to be fiercely compassionate to, treat yourself as a human, as an equal, and be compassionate to yourself but fierce to others. No, this is my right and I'm going to take it, and I am going to do this for myself. And that's where you have to be assertive. That's where you have to be very fierce to, just assert these rights and assert these things that you should do for your own good well-being.
Wow,
So
that is
that's what I feel.
exactly, that is truly powerful. And I had goosebumps when you said, now we need to be fiercely compassionate. Seriously, it is truly powerful. We need to accept this. Having talked
Thank
about
you.
all of this, now I would ask you one question which we ask to each and every person who comes on this show. Is there any habit or any one habit which you would like to suggest to our audience, like other sisters, other women out there, which they should adopt in their life so as to grow their self belief, so as to, I would say, empower their self esteem?
Okay, so before I answer that question, I should mention that I've been blessed. I've been lucky enough to have so many powerful women, empowered women around me. So one of them is my Mossy. Um, she is this great human. She is this great lady, and I'm so much inspired by her. She is actually a big inspiration. So she's a professor. She's been, you know, imparting education, imparting knowledge like for 30, 40 years now. And she's so empowered. I just get like, I am in awe of her. So yeah, I was talking to her the other day, and that's where we were talking about women issues and everything. And she told me that we always seek male approval. When I'm a daughter, I want my father's approval. When I want my brother's approval. I want society ka approval. I want my in fact my life ka I want my boss's approval. Okay, you're doing a great job, Tripti. Even if I know, like in my heart, that I am doing a great job, I'm doing so well in my life, so well in my career, and every copy I write is a good copy. But still, I seek his approval. Why? And you seek your husband's approval, you seek your son's approval. This goes on and on and on. I would say that stop seeking approval. Stop seeking male approval in particular. Um, and for that, we seriously need to know our self worth, be aware of ourselves, and think about ourselves. And thinking about us is does not imply that you have to think about you have to do a salon visit like every week and get your the hair trimmed, your nails clipped and everything. No, of course that is self love, if that's what gives you like peace and वो relaxing wala feeling of, go on, do that. But think about yourself. What do you want to do? What makes you happy in your day to day life? And that's where you begin. You think about yourself, and slowly and gradually you stop seeking male's approval, because you're content, you're happy in yourself.
That's
So yeah,
great.
stop seeking male's approval. This is something I need to learn. I mean, I think I still sometimes I, like I said, I seek my boss's approval, and I'm like unlearning that thing. No, I am good enough, I know what I'm doing, I know exactly uh, what I need to do going forward, and whatever I do is good. I should be content. I should be satisfied with whatever I'm doing. And I am. But still seeking approval of my boss. Why? That's not mentally, that's not healthy. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's one advice that I would like to give. Yeah.
that's great. See, one thing that is really very powerful is self affirmations. It is
Yeah.
not just about like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. It is about telling yourself, you are good, you are fine, you are beautiful, you are doing great. These are the very minute things, but they actually give you the power. Having talked
Exactly. That's
about
how
all the adjustments that we do, all the compromises and the duties that we have as women, we are actually blessed, I would say. We are blessed with a divine power, because to carry each hat with grace is the greatest power that we have, both professionally and personally. We can do that, right? And being
exactly.
a woman, it gives you the power to brighten all the lives around you. Like, you can whoever is surrounded to around you, you can brighten up their lives. You have that
Exactly.
power. It is
And that too
uh,
without nagging and sulking. Because I see
right.
if guys have to do that, they will just like, if they could, they'll have a big hoarding outdoors
Right.
around like, that I did this, I did that. But yeah, without sulking, without nagging, we uh, beautifully handle and
Right.
manage homes, and then our work. Like work from home wala jo era raha hai, isme we've heard like so many stories. We've come to know about so many women who are handling their jobs very well, and then working at home.
Right.
And being empowered, I would like to add this. Being empowered doesn't mean you have to, I'm not saying that it is a bad thing. Like, if you want to wear short clothes, if you're comfortable, if you want to wear shorts, if you want to wear jeans, if you want to wear a crop top, totally up to you. Your call. It has to be your call, not because usne shorts pehne, she looks like a very empowered person. And maybe if I wear a short, I will become a very empowered person. No, that's not how it works. And the feminism wala pura this andolan has taken a very weird angle, very weird tangent, because uh, agar ladki gali nahi degi, if she isn't like loud enough, she is not empowered. And if she doesn't go to clubs and stay out till late like guys do, she isn't empowered. If she I'm not saying that is wrong. It has to be your will. You don't have to copy anybody. You can be very soft spoken. You can be very, very gentle, very tender, and very empowered
Right.
at the same time. And you can wear a suit. I feel that, like that behenji wala tag, if a girl is wearing a suit, a girl is wearing a sari, no, a girl can wear a sari. Oh God, I've seen so many women wearing sari and so empowered that it gives you hopes and gives you courage to just go
Actually, it
out
is
and
not about the physical appearance. It is all about your head.
exactly,
How you
exactly,
think,
cerebral.
how are you
Yeah,
working, how are you taking up everything. And that's the reason
exactly,
why I said that we women can do everything gracefully if
exactly,
we are empowered in here. And that gives me the privilege to say that it is not about complaining or fighting for our rights. It is like we have it. As you must have heard about the interview of that PepsiCo CEO, she also said that when I come home, I'm not the president. I have to be a mother. I
yes.
have to be a daughter. I have to be a wife. And that's where our power lies. We
Yeah,
own
that's the
so many
beauty.
hats. And it is that's the reason I say it is all about celebrating your own self, celebrating and accepting. Yes, I have flaws, but I am awesome. This is the
Exactly,
prime most reason that we are here on this show. It is about accepting and encouraging your own self, encouraging the amazing you. With this,
exactly.
now it is a surprise time for you because we are
Okay.
going to have a rapid fire round.
Oh, great. I really I'm very bad at it, but yeah, I will try. I'm
Okay,
actually very bad at it. I just don't think quick.
no problem. Now let us see. Allow us to judge that for you. I'll be
Okay.
asking you 5 questions and you have to be very quick in answering. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So
Cool.
the first
Yeah.
question is, what scares you the most?
Um. So after losing my mother, I think fear of losing my loved ones scares me the most. And I've become a very morbid person. Like every time my father goes out, every time any of my loved ones they step out, I get panicked. Like I'm like, where are you? And things like that. Yeah.
Oh,
I want to know. So fear of losing my loved ones
so
is
sweet.
the biggest fear I have right now.
Okay, so would you call yourself as a morning cuckoo or a night owl?
Neither. I'm a
Aha!
sleepyhead. I'm a sleepyhead. I'm actually a sleepyhead. So I
Wow.
can't. Uh, okay, yeah. But when I'm like doom scrolling on my Instagram, I don't like keep a track of time, and I just get lost in just swiping and swiping. But yeah, I can't. If I don't have any work, I'll just go to sleep,
Oh,
and I cannot wake up early in the morning.
so
So
now
yeah.
we know that Tripti, if you don't find Tripti doing nothing, it means she's
Yeah,
sleeping.
I am sleeping. But for sure, for sure. I am very sleepy. Like
Okay, now what's
I'm a sleep.
something that you don't like to do? You don't like doing. What is it?
I don't like to do. Okay, so this may sound very weird, but maybe it has become a part of my personality. Because starting, say, I've been doing this. So if a person tells me to do something,
Uh-huh.
otherwise I'll do anything and everything you want, like on my own. I'll just clean my house. I'll just do my laundries, everything on my own. But if I want to do it, if you tell me to do something,
That is so honest. That is really so honest of you. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
it
this
has
is
become
happens
part of
with
my
every female. Like, yes, we can do everything. But the moment somebody says, "Na, do this," we'll be like, why
you
should
should,
I do
huh?
that?
अब नहीं अब तो
Good.
yeah.
So the next question is, what is your favorite work memory? Like some memory, some moment in your workplace that is like you can call your favorite moment.
My favorite work memory, I think, is when I got that award for the first time, which was a big deal in my office. So yeah, that is actually my favorite work memory.
Wow, that's cool. Huh? So last but not the least, who is your inspiration and why?
My mother was my biggest inspiration. Like I said, like those initial years when Papa wasn't there. He was there to support her, but not with regards to like me. And um, so my mother is my like one of the biggest inspirations. And then in fact, my father is, because the kind of background he's come from, and what he has achieved, it's great. It's super inspiring. My Mossy, I told you about her. She's my inspiration. So yeah, there are so many. I mean, I can write a whole lamba list of
Ah,
the people. So that's what I do. I actually look at the positive sides, look for the good in people. And every single person around me, I always like surround myself with people who can inspire me, so that I'm always inspired. Because I'm self inspiration, self motivation, none, not happening. Because I'll sleep, I'll go to sleep, I'll just take a nap. That's the only self motivation, self inspiration that I get. But yeah, I surround myself with people who can inspire me, who can
wow.
motivate me.
You must not be knowing this, but this is actually a very powerful way. In fact, it is a habit of successful people to surround themselves with like minded people so that they can share the ideas, get some new ideas, and in fact, work on their own selves.
Yeah,
Thank
like, okay, who talks to their mossy, their mom, about these issues, women issues, until and unless you're self aware, until and unless you're aware of your surroundings, until and unless you're a woke person, you won't, and you think you won't talk about these things. So
you.
yeah, these people inspire me a lot.
Wow. Thank you so much, Tripti, for sharing such beautiful insights and your personal stories with us. It was really, really wonderful to have you. This was, I would say, one of the most sweetest interviews that I have taken up till now.
Thank,
More power to you, more power to each one of us. And I wish you all the
thank you
best
for
for
having
all
me.
your future endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you.
So thank you so much. And I hope that our viewers, our listeners also get motivated from such a young, inspiring female that we had today. And on this note, I bid goodbye to everyone. And we'll see you on our next episode. Till then, bye.
Bye bye.